For a sister isn't in love with a monkey king, she's in love with you, or a stinky monkey that you manipulated. The game gives hints about reincarnation, and from what Four Sisters says, it seems like this isn't your first time here. From the first meeting when she came to your aid and took good care of you, to the next encounter where she guided you to find several chests of treasures, I believe many players would be puzzled. Why would she be so kind-giving that even you are strangers? To answer this question, we first need to take a look at the character of Sister 4. Unlike the other sisters, Sister 4 dresses very simply and keeps her whole body covered in the game. She's also the only one besides the drawer who wears her hair up. And in ancient China, only married women would usually do that. This suggests that either she already married or in her heart she considered herself to have been married. In China, traditionally, a young woman's family would prepare some items for her to use after marriage, which is called a dowry. Judging from the theme and setting of this chapter, those treasure chests are likely the dowry she's been saving up for years. The reason she gives them to you out of the blue is that they were meant for you all along. Yeah, she wanted to marry you. The really tough part about Sister 4 isn't that she was taken away, but that she was forgotten. Even though she's been waiting for you, guarding her dowry, you keep forgetting her again and again. So this time, she just gave everything to you. The lightens at the entrance have been shooting great joy ever since you first met. It's really weird. Maybe in some past life, you promised her that you'd come back to marry her. So the lightens recognize you, thinking you were there to keep your promise. But you forgot again, and Sister 4 didn't want to get too entangled, so she knocked the lightens down. Take a closer look back at when you first met Sister 4. Her face was completely bare, no makeup at all, but when you saw her again, there were obvious tear marks on her face. Maybe after seeing you, she realized that you had forgotten her once again. You also forgot the promise to marry her, and that's why she cried so hard. And the talismans used to seal them. She never wanted you to touch from the start, because she didn't want you to take the risk. If you got involved, it could very well mean death. But it wouldn't be you about who dies, it would be her. That's right, she knew you would come back in another life, but she wouldn't have the chance. It's not that she's afraid of dying, but she's afraid that if she dies, she would be able to wait for you. In the final scene, after Sister 4 was taken by Crane Immortal, the two words she screamed without her mind were, "Go now save me." Among the many treasures Sister 4 prepared, the most precious one is called the Xiangfei gourd. A lot of people know it as the highest grade gourd you can get, but not many understand what its name means. Legend has it that it's named after Emperor Yao's two daughters, Ying Huang and Nu Ying, who later married Shun. In the Qunfangpu written by Wang Xiangjin during the Ming Dynasty, it's recorded that Emperor Shun fell ill and died suddenly when on the evening inspection tour in the south. In a place called Cangwu, when Ying Huang and Nu Ying heard the news, they rushed there and got lost, crying out in deep sorrow. After crying for a long time, they decided to jump into the Xiang River, committing suicide to join their husband in Dice. Their tragic and sorrowful story became a source of inspiration for later generations of writers and poets. One such example is the Tang Dynasty poet Li He, who wrote a 7-character poem titled Xiangfei. His approach to the poem was unique in that he didn't focus on the legend surrounding their deaths, nor did he dwell on the tragedy itself. Instead, he concentrated on the emotional aftermath of the tragedy. This is evident in the first 2 lines of the poem. The cloud like bamboo grows old but never dies, forever accompanying the divine maidens, covering the river. Words like forever accompany and never dies suggest that although time may stretch on, the flower of love will never wither.